See, this is where things start to get a little bit nasty, because we've been fighting like 1 or maybe 2 hobgoblins tops. Now there's 3 of them. And as far as I recall, this encounter does respawn. There are 3 respawning encounters on this little isolated island. And there's also huts here, so it's really easy to just pop in and out of the huts to make them all come back. It's a very good grinding spot for this early in the game, and possibly even better since some of the goblin units had their experience increased substantially. I don't know why I prioritized killing the wolf over casting light, but I did it, and now here we are. Chances are all of these guys are going to cast Stamina Drain. Or tap stamina. Is it worth casting Air Shield? Sure. Don't want to tear us up too badly with their warhammers. I have a sneaking suspicion that the same bug that affects Spirit Shield's protection is actually persistent for all protective spells. So, like, even though I cast Air Shield here, the protection value might stick to the heroes after combat and just stay with them. This is another thing I can't exactly confirm or deny without being able to see the numbers, but I have a feeling that protective spells like that don't go away, and you can cast them the next time and stack them. Oh, here it comes. All the stamina tapping. Ugh. At least whenever there's a bunch of hobgoblins, they have to spread it out between them. It's not like one guy is just recovering 4 times. Assuming he even gets to. It's too dark. We need light. Yeah, turbo hobgoblins, just a little bit rude. Just a little bit rude. Can't hit him. Can't reach him. Just drink a potion. I have no idea how many potions I have, and I'm not super worried about it. That's a much more palatable number than 15 or 18. They're doing more damage with tap stamina than anything else. I've always felt that spell was a little bit overpowered for this early in the game. They have it at level 5, which means it drains 10 stamina, and that's kind of a lot. It feels like maybe they should have like 6 or something. But it's not impossible, and the game is, well, I mean, it's challenging if you don't know what you're doing, but when you do, it's bearable. You can keep up with this tap stamina. No, leave Beacon alone. Dink. You know, he might act, or no, he's definitely actually also taking reduced damage, because I gave each of the heroes a unique resistance. Like, they all start out with 25% physical resistance, period. That's standard for all heroes. But I noticed that there were, like, about 14 elements that the game uses, and since there are 14 playable characters, I was like, why not? I'll give everyone something unique. And Beacon, as it so happens, his resistance is to smashing. So, whenever they hit him with their warhammers, they do even less damage than they normally would. Some of their resistances are a little more logical than others. Like, in Beacon's case, it's somewhat logical because his character model appears to be wearing chainmail, and I felt like that would help to absorb the impact of smashing weapons, so that's why he has it. And Arturo, later, who has his full suit of armor at all times, he's resistant to cutting damage. Because how are you supposed to hit him with a sword through all of that? Aileron is resistant to chaos, and he's about to die. Oh god. Leave him alone! Leave the boy alone! How's about endurance? Rada is resistant to Star, and Brenna is resistant to Lunar. So she would take less damage from Minotaurs, for example. But it's still not a good idea to let her get hit, because she's still very frail anyway. Heal your friend. No, your friend. Yes, that one. And Brecken before, he was kind of the ones who got the last of the elements that I was dishing out, so he ended up with air resistance. And I guess I could explain a little more about that, but I don't want to reveal too many things about later in the game, because it's already difficult enough for me to remember what I've discussed and what I haven't. So I kind of feel like I should just talk about things as they come up. And now you know the resistance sizes I picked for all the basic heroes that we've seen so far. So as new ones come along, I will tell you what resistances they have. So for now, yeah. Alorn has Chaos, Rada has Star, Brenna has Lunar, and Becken has Smacking. What was I going to do? There was something I was going to do. I forgot. Maybe more health? I think I want more health. I think it's time to get more health. 27. Stamina's 36, huh? Okay. 30, 34, 36, 38, 38, 40, 43. Oh, you're out. You're out, man. You're out. Rada, let's get you some health. 33, 34, 36, 38. She's in about the same boat. 40, 96. Yeah, I get the stamina. What about you, Becken? You know, you could use more health, too. Now that your dexterity isn't piss awful. 33, 30, 34. Wow, I really spent a lot on your dexterity, didn't I? Large shield. Okay, so that's those two guys. There's more trouble to be found inside this little shed. Let's just get it out of the way. I should have healed us. I should have healed before I came in here. Oh god, look at all those sergeants or poisoners or assassins. Or lieutenants. Maybe we can scare them all away. Wouldn't that be nice? If we could just scare them away. I guess I'll just have to dive into my potion stores or something. Everybody's a little bit chipped. And they're all so far away, except for Brenna, who doesn't need to be close. We'll start with light. Always a good bet, starting with light. Unless there's enemies that cast darkness and just take it away from you immediately. Which there sometimes are. It's what makes darkness casting enemies such a nuisance. Especially since, like, all of them are so fast. Just heal. Yep. Nice. Becken! You're way behind, buddy, so you can have a curing potion. Jesus. Just filled him right up. Brenna, how about you run away? Run over here. And hit the poisoning. You can't. They can't tap her stamina if she's too far away. Stop poisoning around. In the original build of Aidyn Plus, I made all poison level 10, so it was always 5 throughout the adventure. But I ended up having to rebalance it a bit, because it seems that the Remove Poison spell cannot dispel poison that is higher rank than it. Which makes sense if you think about it. So what I ended up doing was I looked at all the sources of poison throughout the game, and I balanced it such that there's like that the poison just increases in level with each one. So you'll like the regular poisoners have level 1 poison, and then the spell they cast is level 2. Up and up and up. There are only a couple of sources where the poison is actually like rank 10. But they're significant sources. Namely, they're boss monsters. Nice throw. No, yeah, it was just a goblin. Who gives a crap about goblins? Plain old ordinary nothing to them goblins. I was making a little database of all the enemies and their various stats in Aidyn Plus to make it a little easier to compare the changes from this mod to the original game. And as it turns out, one of the main differences between a goblin and a goblin warrior is that goblin warriors have warrior ability. And I did not know that whenever I renamed them. I was like, warrior sounds good. Goblin warrior. And they had warrior skill where regular goblins do not. I'm not sure regular goblins have any skills, actually. Could definitely see them having thief, though, and probably will give it to them in a future update. Performance enhancers for pathetic monsters. So they can stay relevant even just a tiny bit longer. She really threw it far to get that one. Come on, guys. Why? It's because of Spirit Shield. That's the only reason they're taking so long. How about you hit this one that hasn't been shielded yet? Yeah, see, look at that damage. Much, much better. This is going to be a long fight, isn't it? There. I'm going to want help with the Hobgoblin. Even if it's a slow beckon, we're going to want to swarm this guy. Ah, nice. He had to spend his turn casting Spirit Shield. And now his back is open. Yeah! Doink. 11. Get him in the ribs. Ah. Almost out of his spellcasting range. I tried to make it about half, but every enemy has like a spell battery stat. Well, all NPCs do, period. So their first couple casts are always free no matter what. Wow, she killed him. I'm kind of astonished by that. But, there's also, like, level to account for since that goes into HP as well. And I only balanced things so it was like endurance and stamina are roughly the same. So you have to fight them a little bit below half their health to make them stop casting. And in some cases, since endurance caps at 40, you have to fight them even lower. Like a lot of the high-level chaos monsters can't really be forced to stop casting until they're within like 1 or 2 hits of death anyway. Which is unfortunate. I would absolutely break the limitations if I could, but it seems like the ones that do break those limits are hard-coded to be allowed to. Like, if you try to give a giant bat more stamina than 90, it actually bugs out a little bit, and like, its health bar shows that it has that much health, but it doesn't start the fight with that much health, so it's like, it only gets 90, and the rest of the health that it would have had is just null. Ah, Brandon, that wasn't very impressive. I was hoping you would finish him. We're tearing him up, though. Not too much longer with these goblin poisoners. And wow, they really were all poisoners. I feel like this is an excessive number of poisoners. Once they've got everybody poisoned, you don't really need any more of them. After that, they're just annoying units. Well, I guess they are still tougher than your average goblins, so... Mustn't discount the fact that they have battle prowess. 31! Ooh, I like it! Poke. Go down, guy. Go down. There we go. Huzzah. Staff, turtle shell shield. Treasure. Is this locked? It is. But it didn't matter. 500 gold. Let's patch ourselves up. I would say that's a refund from the chest that exploded, but we could have had that chest and this chest. You know? We could have had 1,000 gold instead of 500 gold. Healing, healing, healing. God, these things really do take it out of you. Doot, doot. Alright, let's head back outside, fight more crap. This hobgoblin has not respawned yet. Did this guy show up again? No, not yet. But if we head up here, there's even more dudes. We could go around the mountain, or we could just kind of clip on up this little ledge here. Eh. Ta-da! It's getting quite late. Over here is another respawning encounter. Ah, he spotted us. I'm gonna save. Not because I'm worried, just because I haven't saved in a while. Alright, let's go, guy. So yeah, this encounter and the two on the lower floor all respawn whenever you, like, hop in and out of tents and such. So you can grind a lot here. We've got warriors and lieutenants and stuff. Those two lieutenants? Man, I can't really see, it's too dark. It looks like a sergeant and a lieutenant. Or is that a poisoner? Can't tell. It's too dark. Let's cast light. I should probably check my light wand, make sure I'm not running it out. No, the stupidity. If you're playing the original game, this is an especially good place to grind because you can get stupidity up nice and high and just dumbness kill all these goblins in one fell swoop over and over again. The experience might not be as good as the ogres that most speedrunners use later, though. And of course, if you're doing it in Aidyn Plus, stupidity doesn't target the whole group now, does it? Oh, Crimea River. It was a poisoner. Yeah. I can't get him. I can't get him. Nuisance. I don't think Aileron's gonna be able to, though. Just put an axe in this guy's back. Chop. It's like I will stupefy all heroes. The Goblin Lieutenants have Stupidity level 4, which means it drops Intelligence by 8. So if it's a stat you've been neglecting on a Brecken or Beacon, it might actually be high enough to Stupidity kill them. So that's kind of something you want to watch out for if you're going in here with a lot of fighters. Intelligence isn't super important for those characters otherwise, but whenever there's guys who can literally paralyze you that way, it's not something you want to avoid. Just get your intelligence up to 9, you'll be okay. Get this one. Help Beacon. He doesn't get a lot of turns. Shot. Missed. Just missed. The poisoner's like, are you sure you don't want to fight me? Yes. I want to fight this golem. Do-do. Walking around. Hit the lieutenant. He did. Take that guy down by half. Nice. We're wrecking him. Except Beacon. Beacon is not wrecking at all. Oh, that was Rada getting poisoned. I was like, when did I poison the guy? But I didn't. Rada was just on the other side. Beacon, you cannot hit this guy to save your life, can you? Well, you deserved it. And all of this is just reinforcing the fact that Brennan needs to help him. This Goblin Warrior's had enough. He thinks it's hopeless. Then he changed his mind immediately. You fool! You could have lived. Hit him. Hit him. Ah! Goblin Warrior. Why are you such a pain? Because you're an upgrade monster, is that why? Oof. Jesus! Okay, fine. You've proven your point. Oh, I'm not carrying potions. I get it, dude. Yeah. What a jerk. Finish him, Brenna. You missed. You got another chance. Try from over here. Critical hit. Woo! Goblin down. Thumbs up. Fat lot of nothing over that way. It's camping time. Might as well. Here, we'll camp in the doorway of this tent to see if we get ambushed. Let's go.